É muita gente, é muito mais do que você imagina. E a gente mais uma vez mostra como é que está sendo legal percebido o nosso programa para o mundo como um todo. Esse laboratório de entretenimento, esse programa de internet que parece TV, mais uma vez dá um passo, um pequeno passo para a gente, mas um grande passo para o mundo do entretenimento. Osmar Portilho, quem é que você entrevistou e vai trazer agora para a gente com exclusividade?
Pois é, Otto, é sempre um privilégio fazer entrevistas pro Otalab, e ainda mais quando é uma entrevista gringa e poder falar "Hi, this is Osmar from Otalab". Então a gente teve o privilégio de trocar uma ideia com o Ryan Reynolds, que vai lançar um filme pela Netflix chamado Projeto Adam. E é um filme super família que mistura suspense com ação, viagem no tempo, multiverso. E basicamente o Ryan Adams vive o Adam, né? Obviamente que ele viaja, ele aparece do futuro, aparece aqui em 2022 para encontrar com ele mesmo e resolver um problemão que foi dar outro problema lá na frente. E tem um elenco estrelado, Jennifer Garner, tem o Mark Ruffalo fazendo um parzinho de comédia romântica que a gente sempre viu por aí também, e o Walker Scobell, que faz o Ryan Reynolds também na versão mini, na versão júnior de 12 anos de idade. Então é um filme com um pacote completo para assistir com a família, muito legal. Ele vai estrear na Netflix agora, no dia 11, vai ser liberado, e a gente teve a oportunidade de conversar com o Ryan sobre esse filme. Vamos assistir?
Bora assistir então Adam Project com Ryan Reynolds e Osmar Portillo. Osmar Portillo de Otalab. Bota no ar, please.
First of all, Ryan, congratulations on the movie. And I want to hear from you, when was the first time that caught the attention of the premise of this story, or you had the script on your hands? What was the first thing, the first sparkle?
You know, it's sort of weird, actually. I was developing another movie which had one small piece in the movie where a young man, not a young man, a man comes face to face with his father at the same age. And that one idea sort of I was obsessed with, but the rest of the movie wasn't right for me to do. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, the Adam Project came along. The head of Skydance Studios came over to my apartment and sort of pitched me this movie. And I immediately fell in love with it. I called Sean Levy, who he and I had produced and worked together on Free Guy. And I just could not wait to dig in. I was in before I'd even read the script. And then we all, myself, Sean Levy, and Jonathan Tropper just started doing a rewrite on the current draft. And then the next thing you know, we were shooting and thrilled about it.
And tell me, do you relate yourself with Adam, more with older Adam or younger Adam?
Well, yeah, I really genuinely relate to both. You know, I know that the younger me looked at my father like he was some kind of superhero, you know, and then the older me sort of at times looked at my father like he was a supervillain. And I think what's interesting about the movie and what the movie tackles, even though it's a big kind of time travel action comedy adventure, is that at its heart, you know, it sort of examines that both of those stories in a way are right. You know, somewhere in the middle of those two poles is the truth. And my father was a supervillain, and he was a superhero, and he was all of those things at once because he was just a man doing the best he could. And it takes some kids like myself a long time to realize that it's a spectrum, not just one or the other.
And you and Walker you guys have such great chemistry on the screen that we can watch it. But tell me, how was you guys meeting for the first time and on the set? Because we know he's a fan also.
We had auditioned hundreds of kids for that role, and it was really tough to find. And it wasn't because we were looking for a kid who could just do an impression of me. We were looking for an amazing actor. And when Walker came along, he was an amazing actor. He is an amazing actor, but he also had this other superpower, which is that he could mimic me perfectly. And I found out later it's because he's obsessed with Deadpool. So he's watched Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, you know, more times than one could count. So it was just incredible. It was like electric. It was just easy. And if I'm to wear the producer hat for a second, we finished the movie under budget and early because we padded the movie and padded the budget to expecting working with a kid that it would take a little bit longer and be a little bit more arduous, but Walker made everyone's life easy. And, you know, it was pretty special working with him.
Did you notice right away when you saw him? Because he has the same timing of the jokes and the same look in the eye. Did you notice that right away?
Yeah, it was the first. I mean, the second line in his audition, Sean and I looked at each other and just thought, we're done. We found the kid. I mean, you know, and it's a 1 in a billion kind of role. I mean, it's just like such a hard, tiny bullseye to hit, and he just was perfect.
And of course, I have to ask this. If you could travel back in time, what would be the first stop?
If I could travel back, I'd probably go to my childhood home. I mean, who wouldn't want to see your childhood home again? Mine was bulldozed and knocked down, you know, 30 years ago after we left, but I would love to see that. That would be amazing.
That's perfect, Ryan. Thanks a lot for your time, and congratulations again.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Olha só, uma salva de palmas, Ryan Reynolds. Posso falar? Gente, todo mundo aqui, a gente tava falando, olhando um pro outro lá, assim, falando assim, gente, boca aberta, Osmar Portilho, uma salva de palmas para o nosso Osmar Portilho. The Adam Project, gente do céu, maravilhoso, que honra nossa receber esse cara. Depois ele marcou comigo que vai tomar uma cervejinha aqui em Curicica comigo, Ryan ligou, né? Quem quer uma cervejinha com o Ryan aí?